What's up, guys? Welcome back to Magnetic Repellent. I'm Alex W. Leith coming back at you with another one. If you're coming into this room, you just clicked onto this video, please subscribe, like, share, leave comments. I always love you guys' feedback when you comment on the videos. I love to respond to the comments, so please feel free to do that. And also make sure you share with family and friends if you like the content and so forth. But today I want to talk to you about when is the right time to start investing. When is the right time? You know, we always say we're waiting for the right time, when the kids get out of school, when I get married, when the kids get grown, when the new year turns over, all kind of excuses. But when is the real right time to start investing? Let's talk about that. Let's go.
You are now watching the Magnetic Repellent Show.
You know, there's a very old saying, there's no time like the present. They also say, never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And those are very true, because old sayings become old typically because they're true. Okay? Investing money is the best way to start to grow wealth or financial independence. Now, I'm going to do this disclaimer. I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a broker. This is not financial information to tell you what to invest in, what not to invest in. All I can tell you is what I do to grow my financial wealth and my financial literacy, things of that nature. That's all I can do. But I can't give you any kind of advice like that. You take information and do with it as you please. But investing now is the right time to start investing, because I know a lot of people like to keep their money in the bank, and you know, banks are cool. You know, if you want to take care of your everyday living, you know, pay your bills through your checking account and your car note, take care of your regular dailies and things of that nature, that's good. But a bank is not gonna make your money grow. I think interest rates right now, as far as a savings account, maybe 0.1% or something. Checking is typically zero, you know, in the checking account. And the flip side of that is the banks are investing your money. So the banks are making money off your money and you're getting nothing. And to top that off, if your circumstances aren't right, they won't even loan you any money, but they're using your money to make money. So what do? You have to learn how to put money in things like the stock market. They ring that New York Stock Exchange bell every morning, 9 o'clock, 9:30, they're ringing that bell, Monday through Friday. Okay? That means money's always moving. Okay? Money doesn't stop because you get off work at 5 o'clock. If you're a 9 to 5er, money doesn't stop because you got off at 5 o'clock. Money's moving at 9 o'clock at night, midnight, 3 a.m. Money's always moving. And there's no better feeling than knowing that while you're sleeping, your money is making money. Okay? And generally that happens best in stock market. Now you have cryptocurrency, of course. The Bitcoin, Ethereum are the two best ones probably to invest in. But there are a lot of coins and tokens that you can invest in. I would say stay within the top 10, you know, go to something like Coin Market Cap, which you can Google Coin Market Cap, check out the first 10, the top 10 cryptos, and kind of stay within that. But even within that, I would stay with probably Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. And I know the stock market's kind of taking a hit, up and down, up and down. It's always been that way, always. But have you ever known a time in your existence where the stock market didn't exist? There's always going to be ups and downs and crashes and inflation and these type of things going on. But the old saying, like when you're playing lotto, you got to be in it to win it. You have to be in the stock market to win money or to get money, get your money to grow for you. So my advice to that is to start now. Start investing now. Don't overcomplicate it either, because everybody gets intimidated and they think, oh, I got to have all this knowledge to invest in the stock market. I got to know this. I got to know that. You don't have to know a lot to invest in the stock market. Just think about products that you use all the time. Invest in those products. If you wear Nike sneakers, invest in Nike stock. If you use toilet paper, which we all do, okay, I hope so, then invest in toilet paper, your favorite brand of toilet paper. Invest in products that you use, that you like. Don't overcomplicate the process. And I would also, too, suggest that you invest, particularly starting out, that you invest in something called ETFs. ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, which are basically a basket of funds, which means that if you want to invest in the stock market, you can invest in 8 to 10 companies under an ETF and get a piece of each company. Like you may have a particular ETF that may have Amazon, Walmart, Intel, all these different type of companies under that one ETF. And if you buy the ETF, you'll get a little tiny piece of all those companies. Okay? So that's how simple it is. And you could do things like start a TD Ameritrade account. It costs nothing to start a TD Ameritrade account, E-Trade account. You can do it online. You don't need a broker. You do your own research, your own due diligence. You do your own research. Figure out what stocks you like. Look around your household. What do you buy the most? What do you use the most? What do your friends use the most? And find those stocks and find companies that's been around since the beginning of time, it seems like. Find those older companies that's been around, that has survived 8, 9 market crashes. Invest in those companies because those companies have stability. They have stability. Also, what's very important too to remember is leverage. Leverage, when you have leverage, that means you have something that you can offer for something greater. Like if you go to the bank, it's like collateral. If you go to the bank with nothing, you don't have collateral, you don't have any significant savings, you don't have anything, any kind of an asset, and you're asking to borrow money, they're going to say, well, you don't have anything, so we can't give you this money. But if you own 3 or 4 homes or 3 or 4 apartment buildings, and you go to a bank and say, listen, I need $500,000, they say, well, what do you have? You go, well, I own, 4 apartment buildings. Really? What are they valued at? You tell them what they're valued at, they'll lend you the money. And they'll say it's banked against your apartment buildings. Because obviously, if you don't pay them back, they get 1 or 2 of your buildings or 4 of your buildings, whatever the deal calls for. But that's having leverage. Because people always say things like, oh, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer, because the poor don't have anything to bargain with. Acquire some assets to give you leverage, and you could have something to bargain with. If you have nothing to bargain with, you cannot grow. We have to stop having a consumer mindset. All we want to do is spend money. Spend. Louis this, Prada that, red bottom shoes, the newest iPhone, and, just spending money that a lot of us really don't have. We're just trying to keep up with the Joneses and these kind of things. So we got to be more practical, get out of a consumer mindset, have more of an investor mindset. Okay, stop thinking about buying. And when you invest in companies that people like to buy items from, every time you go in the store and you got stock in this company and you see people putting that item on the conveyor belt at the supermarket or wherever you are in the shopping mall or wherever, you say, wow, I'm making some money right now. That's how you got to look at it. You can't look at it as if You're just throwing money away. A lot of us rather play lotto than invest in the stock market or the cryptocurrency market or buy some real estate. That's crazy. That's almost asinine. The lotteries, that's definitely a numbers game. But how many of us are going to hit the lottery? There was a recent lottery a couple of weeks ago, $1 billion. One person hit it. 1 billion. But you know how many people played? You know how much money the states made for that lottery that you played into? You could have been buying stocks. Okay? That's a lifelong thing. Also, things that you could leave to your children, your grandchildren, the next generation. It starts with you. You have to start this thing. Particularly if you have parents who didn't know or grandparents that didn't know. They had nothing to leave you. Some even left you in debt. Some left you in debt when they died because you didn't have life insurance. So what are we doing? We having GoFundMe's for funerals. We should have life insurance. Life insurance is an investment. It's called life insurance for a reason. It's not called death insurance. It's for the living. It's not for the dead. So that's an investment. Life insurance. Okay? So understanding these things just to start to change our mindset, change our perspective, the way we look at things. Okay? Put your money someplace where it'll work for you. Your money is a soldier. Your money is an employee. Every dollar is an employee. You put it out there, let it work. If for every dollar you had, you could make 25 cents or 50 cents off, you go to sleep, you put your dollar someplace and go to sleep and wake up, you got $1.25. Hell, that's a good deal right there. I'll take that every time. So this is what we have to start doing. Change our mindset. Let our money work for us instead of us working for it. Okay, when you exchanging time for money, that's called the rat race. You're in a trap. Okay, I used to ride the trains in the morning in New York, going to work in the morning, and I would always see the older guys reading the stock pages and reading the stock market and stuff like that. I mean, what are they? I didn't understand it then, but now I do. They're seeing how much money they made overnight as they slept. And you could do the same thing. They're not geniuses. They just understand how money works from reading, from researching, from observing, and changing their mindset. And you could do it too. Like, subscribe, share. Alex W. Leaf again, Magnetic Repellent. Love y'all. Peace.